So I'm at the Singularity Summit, the third one here in Johannesburg, and they've got speakers from all around the world speaking about everything from the Hyperloop to Tana Lockley, who's got the robotic arms that I've just taken a photo with. And I'm always incredibly inspired when I'm here, and this year I'm not speaking, so I'm quite relaxed and I'm just enjoying the process. But I wanted to talk about the ROI of courage. I was with my friend Jake C the other day, and he was telling me about this concept of ROI of courage when I was telling him about me moving to Dubai. And it really got me thinking, what has happened in my life when I've really stepped out of my comfort zone? And I remember the first time I did this, I was 20 years old or 21 years old. I was flying high in Johannesburg. I had kind of all the boxes ticked, and what's quite shameful to even admit, when I say boxes ticked, I wouldn't wait in nightclub queues to get in. And I guess at that age, that was sort of your social capital that you could measure. And I left all of my friends and everything that I knew around me to go and live in London. And it was incredibly scary. I remember arriving at Heathrow. I'd never been there before, and my jaw was shaking with absolute fear because I had no idea what to do, where to go, and I don't think I'd really been overseas by myself ever before, and so it was really scary. But I'd stepped out of my comfort zone, and what had happened throughout that process that I lived in London, I found a pair of shoes called acupuncture footwear that set me up in order to make money to buy my restaurants. And so by the time I was 23, 24 years old, I'd made enough money to buy my first restaurant, which was an incredible achievement. When I think back on it now, an incredible achievement, but back then I thought it was just the process of going. But the courage of moving to London, taking me out of my comfort zone, really boosted my life in the most delightful and surprising way. The second time I really stepped out of my comfort zone was when I decided to become a Singularity Executive Program student. And it was incredibly hard to become a student or be chosen to become a student at their executive program in San Francisco, because there were thousands and thousands of people applying, but only 100 were being accepted. And this was 3-4 years ago. And so I kind of found out who in South Africa had been to one, got hold of them, asked them to mail Singularity for me, and for me to get in. And so he did that, and Michael Fitzberg, he did that for me, and Frichard. And so then what happened was I applied and I got in, and the next thing I got was an invoice for $14,500, excluding flights, excluding hotel, in order to go to this executive program. And 3-4 years ago, I didn't have 400,000 Rand lying around, let alone the tickets as well. But I really made a commitment that I want to go and be part of the executive program to learn. And so anyway, I came up with the money, I paid the money, and I went, and I came back as a faculty member of Singularity, which has just boosted my career in the most unfathomable way. And I was the first African Singularity member. Besides the exposure to Singularity, what I learned there, and all the other students, I mean, we had the CEO of Gucci in the class, the CEO of South America, Walmart, the CEO of America, Accenture, and we had so many incredible people that I'm still friends with. So my next courageous process right now is obviously moving to Dubai, and I've got pretty much everything rocking and rolling here in South Africa. I'm at the peak of my career. I'm loving my life here in South Africa, but I just want more. And in order to take myself out of this comfort zone and to get into that Dubai world is taking a lot of courage. And I can't lie to say that it's not daunting. You know, it's not something that you want to just pick up and do. It's your whole life that you know, your comfort zone, your friends, the food, everything is changing. And I've already checked into my place in Dubai, and I'm going back on again on Saturday, and I'm just so excited to realize or to see or to understand what the celebration of this courage is going to be, because ultimately the universe celebrates courage. The universe or the energy around us loves it when we step out of our comfort zones, and we always given a gift, a surprising gift. And I urge you to be more courageous and to step out of your comfort zones without knowing what's actually going to be happening. As Dr. Joe Dispenza says, he says, the unknown has never let me down. And so what is your unknown, and how are you being courageous? And when you do, be aware and be hyper-focused on what those gifts are when they start to arrive. Ciao, from South African Singularity Summit here in Kailami.